both Frank Ntilikina and Dennis Smith Jr. have not signed rookie extensions, meaning both of these guys will be restricted free agents at the end of the summers. Now, it doesn't mean that these guys are as good as gone, but it does also not mean that the Knicks are fully committed to these guys long term. They could be moved in the middle of the season or let go at the end of the summer. On the other hand, both of these guys could possibly sign an extension with the Knicks at the end of the summer. Because you know what? If they did extend them a qualifying offer before the deadline, the cap hold for both of these guys would be significantly bigger than just signing them outright at the end of the summer. For example, Frank Ntilikina's qualifying offer would be around $7 million, and his cap hold would be somewhere around $15 to $18 million. Now, if you're a New York Knicks fan or if you're the front office, you'd want to save that money and not have $18 million on the cap. So to prevent that from happening, you might just wait till the end of the season to sign Frank Ntilikina. The same can be said for Dennis Smith Jr.'s cap hold, who would roughly be double of what his salary is today. And shout out to John Macri for that little bit of information. Now, the path for both of these guys to stay with the New York Knicks might be a long one because of the people in the way. Frank Ntilikina has Reggie Bullock here, Alec Burks, Austin Rivers, and Emmanuel Quickley to compete with for minutes, especially considering that the coach doesn't really seem to feel that Frank Ntilikina is a primary point guard. Now, Frank Ntilikina has shown some signs of progress over the years, although it hasn't been huge jumps, but more like little baby steps. Frank's overall shooting percentage has improved from 33 to 39%. His three-point percentage has improved from 28 to 32%, while his free throw percentage has jumped from 76 to 86%, leaving many people to believe that his shooting overall will improve throughout his career. And he's had really good games against Luka Doncic and has been pivotal in stopping players like James Harden versus the Houston Rockets. So there is some value with keeping Frank Ntilikina here, but that value might not be seen because Frank Ntilikina was drafted by Phil Jackson and not the new regime. Watch out for Frank Ntilikina. He could be a trade candidate in the middle of the season if the Knicks decide not to play him. Now, as for Dennis Smith Jr., the Knicks seem to have propped him up as a possible starter at the beginning of the season. Although he's had an up and down preseason, it seems like Emmanuel Quickley might be in the mix as the starting point guard of the New York Knicks, which makes me believe that Dennis Smith Jr.'s situation isn't as shiny as previously thought. Now, Knicks fans, some of them were enamored with Dennis Smith Jr. when he scored a triple-double against us while he's with the Mavs right before he was traded to the Knicks. He dropped 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 15 assists. And while under David Fizdale, those 20 games when he's with the Knicks, he averaged 14 points a game at around 41% shooting. And it seemed like we would be able to build with him the next season. But we all know what happened. The back problems, the death in his family spiraled Dennis Smith Jr.'s season, and he was never able to fully recover. Now this year, he seems a lot more focused. The defense is there. He seems like he's trying to push the ball. He overall seems like a happier player, although the playmaking isn't completely there yet. And with Emmanuel Quickley stepping into the scene with the playmaking ability already seen to be in place, it seems like Dennis Smith Jr.'s role with the Knicks also could be in danger. Only time will tell. Will Dennis Smith Jr. or Frank Ntilikina stay with the Knicks long term? Will Frank Ntilikina break the Charlie Ward curse? The Charlie Ward curse is Charlie Ward was the last, I repeat, the last New York Knicks who was a rookie to sign an extension. Will the Charlie Ward curse be broken? Or will we have to wait for Mitchell Robinson or RJ Barrett to break this curse? This is JLS from Nick of Time Show. Please like, share, and subscribe, and watch out for the next episode featuring Terry of Terry and Trey. Peace.
New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.